Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jarek. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are having a great week and or weekend, whatever time it is that you're watching this video. We're gonna do a fun one today. If you watched some of my earlier videos, you know I recorded a box opening of some Japanese archive pack boxes a little while ago. And for today, we're gonna do it all over again, where I've got a box of Part the Misfail archive pack and Rosetta archive pack, and we're going to open them both up today here for this video. I'll dive quickly into what's special about these and what's in the set, and then we'll get right into the unboxing. I'm not going to waste your time, we'll just dive right into it. So give me a sec, I'll just switch the view over and we'll take a look at what's in each of these sets. Okay guys, so we are looking at the first archive pack, which is Part the Misfail. So for this set, we're looking at assassin cards, illusionist cards, ninja cards. We're definitely seeing some multi-class cards like assassin, ninja, and obviously a bunch of generics. Now, in terms of assassin, the big hits would be cards like obviously Black Deck Whisperers. There's a number of pretty decent Majestics in the set, like Leave No Witnesses, Surgical Extraction, Already Dead. These are cards that see fairly regular play in many assassin decks these days. And then of course there's a huge number of also pretty key staple cards in the rare and common rarity level. Then we're moving on to Illusionist. Phantasmal Footsteps is the legendary for the set. Not a huge Illusionist player myself, so I'm not 100% familiar with many of these cards, but there are a couple key auras that I've recognized from playing against Prism recently that, you know, see quite a bit of play. And then of course we have the Ninja card set, which includes legendaries like Tiger Stripe Shuko. Then we have, you know, Mask of the Pouncing Lynx, which is unfortunately banned in Blitz, but sees some play in Syndra and Faya, I believe, in CC. Ancestral Empowerment is a great card in terms of ninja reactions. This one, I try to run this one in most of my ninja decks just because of the card draw. It's really good, and getting that +1 to get maybe an on hit over a block or D-react is always really nice. Moving into the sort of dual class cards, obviously we have Flick Knives, which is, you can't play Syndra without it. Super important. Concealed Blade, Codex of Frailty is probably one of the, I'd say probably the most valuable Majestic in the set. Definitely would love to hit that because it's like a $100 card. The set does include Tunic, Vambrace of Determination, and then a number of important Majestic cards, generic Majestic cards, such as Enlightened Strike, Erase Face, That All You Got, This Round's on Me. Snag is seeing a lot of play, especially in people's sideboards these days. Running into an assassin with some snags in hand is always good. And then just another few generic, common, and rares that I wouldn't hate to see. Pummels, Razor Reflexes, always useful. Sink Belows, obviously, also very, very useful in most decks these days. Okay, so let's move on to the Rosetta archive set. Rune Blades, Wizards, Elemental cards of various types, Lightning, Earth, Rune Blade Elemental. For Rune Blade, there's quite a few big hits. There's 3 legendaries in the set that you could potentially pull. Dyadic Carapace, Grasp of the Arcanite, Spellbound Creepers. I think of the 3 you'd want Creepers first, then Grasp, then Dyadic. Lots of important Rune Blade staples as well in the set, in the Majestic slot. Chief among them being, I think, Swarming Gloomveil. This is probably the money card. I'm not sure what it's going for these days, but I know that when I was trying to build out my Viserai deck, you know, back when I started around the Rosetta when set release, this was going for like $30, $40 Canadian, mind you. So that's for Rune Blade. Then we have your Wizard pieces, Storm Striders being chief among them. Again, I'm not much of a Wizard player myself, but Wizard players, I'm sure you can see that there's pretty much all the key pieces that you would want in most Wizard decks are present. And then we're getting into the elemental stuff. which is less relevant now that Aurora, well, I suppose Florian's still around. So there's a number of things, a number of cards here that do see play in Florian. Bramble Spark, I think, is one of them. And I'm not sure if Evergreen gets a lot of play in Florian, but in any case, then we're getting into the generic stuff. Crown of Providence, great hit. This is the generic legendary in the set. And then I think the Rosetta Archive pack maybe has an edge on the Mistveil one in terms of the generic cards, because it includes both Command and Conquer and Warmonger's Diplomacy. Warmonger's Diplomacy not seeing as much play now as it was maybe a month or two ago, but still a very, very, very valuable card. So hitting one off the box would also be pretty great. And then, yeah, Rabble's Snatch, Fate Foreseen, Sigil, Oasis Respite, all key cards that would be, you know, great to hit. Okay, cool. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of really great cards in both these sets from what you can see. Let's just crack right into the box and see what's waiting for us. Okay guys, so we will start, I think, chronologically, right? Let's do it that way. I think that makes the most sense. We'll start with the Part the Mistveil box, and then we'll get into the Rosetta box after that. I talked a little bit about it the last time we did this, but yeah, it's a bit of an unusual unboxing experience, as I'm sure you can tell. It's a half box style. These will be a little bit more common in the North American market after we get the Guardian Mastery Pack, because those are going to be a half box as well. It'll be the first time that we're seeing those in the North American market in English print. But yeah, so let's get right into it and see what we get. And again, just a reminder, these are small boosters, only 5 cards per booster, so we should be able to get through these pretty quickly. And I apologize, if I don't remember the names of all of these cards. We'll go through them fairly quickly, and then I'll just really try to name off the key hits, right? Yeah, got a Spike with Blood Rot here, rare. Majestic. Trying to remember what this one was called. I don't remember. Again, it's an illusionist card. I always have a hard time remembering what the illusionist Majestics are called. Alright, looking for a scrap. Nice. Snappies, cool. Wave of Reality, I think. Right? Another kind of illusionist, I believe, equipment piece here. So. Zephyr Needle, unfortunately, banned. Plunder the Poor, I believe. Red. Death Touch, red, is the rare. Razor Reflex, nice. Another Plunder the Poor, blue this time. Oh, there we go. Red Bittering Thorns, nice hit. We like that. And a Sink Below. All right, cool, nice. 100 wins, yellow. Snappies. And we got Tiger Swipe. Spike with Frailty, I believe, right? I think, yeah. All right, this one is Already Dead, red. I think this is a pretty decent hit. Majestic, very nice. Breaking scales. Timestamps potion, I believe, right? Yeah. Cool. All right, Ancestral Empowerment, awesome hit, very nice for Ninja. It's probably one of the better attack reactions for Ninja, I'd say. Not that there's very many, but yeah, that one is great. Drawing a card is for 0 is very nice. Kodachis, Spider's Bite. And a Bonds of Ancestry, red. Cool. Pummel, nice. And Torpedoplast, I believe. Right. Majestic Assassin Dagger, cool. Inertia Trap. Wave, some Tide Flippers. Okay. Talisman of something. Don't remember now. But definitely one of those Everfest talismans, I think. Got an Uzuri. Cool. Oh, look at the damage on that. Oh, that sucks. Oh well. That's too bad. More Kodachis. And a Flusterfist blue. And looks like we're down to 5 more. Okay. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. There's another Illusionist card. Majestic. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments what that is. I mean, I'm sure I could find it in the card database, but I don't know. Another pair of Tide Flippers, Ponder token. Okay, this is Backstab, blue. All right, there's another Bittering Thorns. Very nice. Right, and I believe this is, what was this one called? Pretty sure it has Tiger in the name, but I could be wrong. Anyways, that's okay. It's not a card that I've played in many of my Ninja decks, if any at all, actually. But I always want to say that's Ripple Away, but I know that that's not Ripple Away. It's just the art style is similar. Another Pummel. Cool. We like Pummels. And 100 Winds blue. Cool. All right, last one for the Part the Misveil archive pack. Hoping for some last pack magic here, but I think we did okay as far as like Majestics and staple cards are concerned. There's Spider's Bite. And a Pierce Reality, I believe. This one got some play in Prisms recently. But yeah, cool. Alright, that'll do it for the Mistveil Archive Pack. As far as the Majestics are concerned, we got a good handful. The Already Dead, I think, is a pretty good hit. I like the Ancestral Empowerment. That's a great card for Ninja. And a few other Ninja and Illusionist pieces. Very cool. All right, awesome. All right, we'll move on to the next box. All right, I'm gonna crack open the Rosetta Archive Pack. All right, starting off with a Read the Runes. All right, Mauve Skies Yellow was the first hit. Very nice. Threadbare Tunic, Shrill of Skullform. Alright, we've got Life for Life, red. Tome of the Arknight, I believe. Majestic. Cool. Token, Chrono Dichotomy, Oasis Respite, always useful. And then we got a red Evergreen. Cool. Right. Tome of Aether? Something? It's the wizard one. Right. Waiting room. Vexing Malice, red. Okay, cool. Got an Arcane Lantern. Very nice. Reducer enchant, yellow. Alright, nice. Mordred Tide. Was a bit of a staple card in Viserai when he was legal. I imagine it'll still be when it's, you know, when you're playing him in LL and whatnot. But looking forward to a time when Mordred Tide is a staple card in CC again. Alright, cool. We got a Kano. Plume of Evergreen? Plume of something? Don't remember. Aether Spindle, red. There's the Scepter that Florian loves to use these days. Stacking rune chants. Rune Flash. Ragamuffin's hat. I believe that's Time Warp, I think. Cool. That's Cindering Foresight, I believe. Potion of Deja Vu. It's a Looming Doom, I believe. Don't remember what this one was called. Something with Duet, maybe? Deathly Duet? I don't know. Don't remember. Twine Lightning. Ramble Spark. There's Oasis Respite again. Weave Lightning, I believe. Alright, there's our Rapple. Nice. And a blue Mob Skies. Nice. Lightning Press. Right, we're on the last 5 of this box. Scolding, blue, cool. And there's another Ravel, cool. Great Runes, and Sonic Boom. Cool. Sigil of Suffering. Alright. Flicker Wisp. Potentially on the chopping block for the next BNR announcement. Actually, although, now that I think about it, probably not, considering that Aurora already LL'd. So, we'll see. Okay. Last pack, guys. Thanks again for tuning into the video. It was, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to keep it fairly short since these boxes went pretty fast. Happy to have you guys here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll crack into this last booster for Rosetta Archive Pack. Hoping for some last pack magic, like last time. We'll see. No legendary hits, unfortunately, so far, but still super fun box opening experience for these ones, I think. I really enjoy the small packs. You get to the good stuff a lot faster. And last one is Sir the Aether Winds, I believe. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Cool. Yeah, lots of wizard hits in the box, I believe. Or at least it feels like it. Although the, yeah, there's about 50-50 Runeblade and Wizard. And then the one Elemental card here. All right. I will catch you guys in the next one. See you guys.